Do we know Do you guys have topics?
Nope. He tried to ask that earlier. No one answered him.
I put something in there.
I know you did. You're the one that asked the fucking question. So no.
Okay.
You didn't respond either.
I said stuff. It just was random stuff.
Stupid shit.
Oh, well, thanks.
Like J-Lo being out. That wasn't true. I wish they made cheese heads that fit on fat heads.
The update Dylan saw was from like 2 o'clock, and I hadn't checked my. I had a million notifications I hadn't gotten through.
Is his light on?
Mine?
Yeah.
It is?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can turn it up.
Yeah, turn that up.
It just gets bright, and I don't feel like staring at it. So I
don't stare at it.
Is that okay?
A little bit more. There you go. Good thing he doesn't work for a fucking news network.
Nope.
All right, Justin, my leg picking 60 plus.
Okay. I'm hearing a buzzing. Oh, is that my headset again? It's probably mine. I think the connection is just kind of finicky.
Yeah, I don't know, buddy. If it's too annoying, you just replace it with those other ones.
They're already plugged in.
See if that. You mean they're plugged into the? He can just grab them.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna switch now, so I don't have to worry about it.
That's what I was saying. Better?
Much better. Thank you.
Must be the adapter.
Did we want to add American Whiskey Facebook on here?
Yeah, I thought we did.
It's only YouTube's.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of one in this one too. But it's not as noticeable, like, at all.
It must be your down there or something.
There we go.
I know you can't. I know you can't.
Oh, what'd you do?
I'm trying to fix it for you, buddy.
It's fine. I mean, it's.
How's that now?
It's very faint. It doesn't bother me.
I mean, you're gonna get a buzz.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, the other one was noticeable. This one I can almost kind of like drown out and not notice.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some type of buzz.
There we go. We're live.
Okay. All right,
like the weekly cheesehead.
Thanks, man. I figured why stop now? That's the way I looked at it.
I don't have one of those Bronco heads.
This came from Lambeau Field too.
I know, it's nice. OG. We've been live on the YouTube the whole time.
Welcome to Cheesy Ponies. As always, I'm Big Sturge. Over on the other side of the studio, we've got Dylan and we've got Justin.
Yo.
100% white meat.
I haven't heard you call me that forever.
Well, I mean, a lot of people that are listening that don't listen to American Whiskey won't know what Justice League is. So I figured I'd just use your normal name. We know, Megan. We weren't talking about the one that you were listening on. We were talking about Cheesy Ponies. Jeez.
Were we live the whole time?
Yeah, we've been live.
On YouTube, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was just trying to get alive on a bunch of things. So grab a beer, grab a drink, grab whatever it is you sip on. Sit back, relax, and let's talk some NFL football. See who won this week, who lost, whose fantasy's in the shitter, whose isn't. Or you can be like me. Some are and some aren't. All right, guys. So we're back in the studio for another unprepared episode, which we love to do. We love to do it. We do it for you. We do it for the ones that want to sit here and listen to two dads and one guy sit back, relax, and I guess two dads of humans, one dad of a dog, and talk some football for daddy.
Your violin's gotten very good, by the way. I just wanted to let you know that.
No, I've been working. The funny thing about that is I've been working really hard on the violin playing.
Okay.
To be honest, it's a difficult instrument.
I'm sure.
And not all. I've heard the best. I've heard all the best violinists. I'm up there. That might be opinion. That could be opinion.
I believe it.
But I don't think it's just opinion. I think it's fact. I know all the notes. I know all the best cello players. I can do the cello. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what we're sipping on and then some football. I'm sipping on a Michelob Ultra. And then I'm also sipping on American's Bourbon #1 bourbon whiskey, old-fashioned copper whiskey distilled in early American tradition. Actually, an old over 100-year-old stills, I believe, if I remember right, Dylan, at Indian Creek Distillery.
Oh yeah,
they were the original ones, and the ladies are still pumping out good product. So that's what I'm sipping on tonight.
I'm drinking a Busch Latte, and I'm going to finish up this Weller 12.
Beautiful. I have a Mick Ultra.
You had to look. You forgot.
I was making sure I could still read.
Did you read well?
I got there slowly.
This is going to be a hot take. I just want to hit on it every week until it's not true anymore. The odds are waking up today plus 1,000 for Jaden Daniels win Rookie of the Year.
Plus 1,000.
Yep. Crazy odds.
I don't think so. You mean minus 1,000?
Nope.
What do you mean plus?
I'm pretty sure I followed some people that said that.
That means the odds aren't very good.
They called that bet out a long time ago, and it was like minus 120. I'm pretty sure it's not even playable.
I saw someone post today plus 1,000.
Maybe that was their original bet when they bet it before the season.
That's still.
There's no way that he's plus 1,000.
It's not plus 1,000.
I think his odds are really good that he wins it.
Maybe it's MVP.
Maybe MVP, sure. Rookie of the Year, I think it's like minus.
And he's not going to be Rookie
now.
of the Year. Malik Willis is.
He's not a rookie.
You don't have to be
Yeah,
an
you
MVP.
do.
You do?
No, Rookie of the Year.
I said MVP.
Okay.
You did say Rookie of the Year.
I said MVP.
You meant MVP.
I'll stick with it.
Okay.
Till ever hold me until I die.
I heard what you weren't saying.
I heard what you wanted me to say. What? Grow some hair. Anyways, let's talk about some football, right? I think I'm going to go 2-2 this week. Not a bad week.
Give us a line when you get a chance.
Give you a line?
Yeah, for tonight's football game.
Oh, George Pickens touchdown.
I like that.
That's the big one for me.
Okay.
All right, so
I would clip it, Mass. I would, but you wouldn't put it on.
Ours aligned because I went picking 60 yards.
I think I might do Tyron Tracy 10 yards receiving.
Who's making it? You?
Yeah.
I need to send you how much?
5's fine.
500.
Sure.
Keep the other $4.95
Sure.
for all my future.
Should I do Tyron Tracy 10 receiving yards or Najee rushing yards?
It's your leg, buddy.
It's your leg, buddy.
We are not going to be the reason why this doesn't hit.
I know it's a lot of pressure. I feel like we're doing.
Well, you always are the reason we don't hit it, so just make one. It'll be fine.
No. I blame it on Doug usually.
Does Mass Shadow want to end on this?
Matt Shadow said Daniel Jones over 188.5.
No, that's scary.
I don't think it is.
Fred want in on this? I mean,
He put up 99 passing yards last week.
rushing yards. Rushing, how many yards? What is he talking about?
For Najee, probably. Because I asked about Najee.
How many yards were you thinking? 60 plus or something?
Let me see what the line
The
is.
line's probably at 60.
Mhm. America.
That was.
I also wanted to show you my violin playing has been well, but
Yeah, it's about 60 to 70.
I'll drop that. Does
69
Dougie
and a
Fresh?
half.
Do you want in on that or not?
Is Dougie watching?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
He's Matt Shadow.
Oh, okay. That's why he said beautiful people, because he, yeah.
Fred says rushing because he's due.
Rushing for Najee.
That's what it sounds like. Text Doug and see if he wants in.
Doug, you in?
He's not responding. He's an asshat.
Oh, you're blaming last week on neighbors not being there? I could see that maybe. I think he said Doug's the one that said Daniel Jones over 188.5.
So send it.
Are you talking about Najee, Fred? Harris, Najee. Bro, I liked my name.
Well, you have to stick with your name, buddy. I'm sorry.
You didn't even do it right though.
I did.
You spelled out %.
I know. I fixed it.
And now you have a space before the % instead of after it.
Who gives a shit?
Mass Shadow said, "Give me Daniel Jones over 0.5 touchdown passes."
All right, send Justin $5.
All right.
Anybody else want in while we're at it? Anybody else want in? Fred, you want in? $5. I'll tell you right now, this Indian Creek is not filtered at all.
Yeah, they told us that. Remember?
I don't.
I did have $1 left in my account, and I did an Equinox that was on here.
Does Fred want in on this bet? If so,
He said yes.
no,
But
he said yes to the running back.
Yeah, Najee.
Wait a second on mine.
Jesus,
We're trying to put this bet in, damn it, and move
all
on.
right, we can move on. He can tell us when he gets there.
Jackass.
He's not talking this week, so we don't have to worry about. He's good. We're good. Let's go.
He's not talking this week.
Yeah,
I mean, like
he's not live.
not here with us, so he can take all the time he wants.
Thank God. Anyway. All right, what are we talking about? Someone bring up a subject. We're pretty unprepared.
Oh, I came prepared for this topic. What do you guys think the fantasy outlook is for Browns players now that Jameis Winston's starting?
We're talking like just on the fantasy aspect.
Yep.
I think we saw what it would be on Sunday, right?
You had Cedric Tillman.
Tillman's looked good though. I mean, that's not a surprise.
No, I'm saying the outlook with Jameis Winston throwing the ball and without Amari Cooper there, he put up 7 receptions, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns, 9 targets.
Yeah.
28.9 points.
Tillman looks good. I mean, and he's still on a lot of waiver wires in fantasy, so he's definitely someone that I would throw on your bench if he's out there.
If you have the availability.
Yep.
I mean, he's probably still someone that I would trust more as a flex player. I don't think I'd start him over like your top couple of guys unless you just don't have.
Would you drop Judy over and pick him up?
We've only had 1 week of Winston with Judy. Didn't Judy put up, was it 60 yards?
I think so. But I have him on like 2 of my leagues and I'm trying to decide if I should drop him.
I would say Tillman has more upside.
I was getting ready to say that. Judy's probably a higher floor, but Tillman has a higher floor.
Yeah, because he got targeted 8 times, caught 5 for 79 yards. But he's having trouble finding the end zone. I would go Tillman. Especially with Nick Chubb there, he bumped up to 16
I'm going to do it.
rushes.
And I want to tell you both, it's 120.84 to 132.56. I'm losing to Uncle Joey.
You're going to win.
But George Pickens still has to play, and he has nobody to play.
Is that why you like Pickens so much tonight? Because you need those points?
Actually, no, that's not why. I have just seen multiple different things about him today.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with him in this. Actually, at all, to be honest.
I feel like I should know more about the Giants defense at this point because I think they've had 2 primetime games already this season.
That's a good point. 100% right, me.
I mean, they played the Cowboys in primetime and the Bengals in primetime,
and neither one were good games.
No.
So I think we know. Yeah. What are your 3 picks? Mine was George Pickens touchdown.
Mine was Pickens 60 yards.
Justin's was.
I'm like trying to decide if I trust Tyron Tracy. I mean, I feel like the Steelers defense is a defense that you pass it to your back to get it out quick.
Yep.
That's why, and I think Tyron's probably going to get more snaps there, and he's more of the pass catcher. I'm sticking with my Tyron Tracy 10 yards receiving.
I like it.
I think that might hit before Najee.
But the better question is Matt Shadow going to do a bet or not? That's the question we're looking for.
Maybe he was making sure he liked our picks before he added to him.
I mean, they're pretty solid picks, I'd say.
Yeah, 10 yards from Tracy. How many weeks has he not hit that?
So he got
hurt one.
Well, yeah, when he played.
He had 9 yards on 3 receptions last week, and then he had 57 receiving yards the week before on 6 catches.
So he gets throwing the ball.
Yeah, and his reception line is minus 152 and on FanDuel right now for over 1.5. So I mean, he's projected to get at least 2 receptions.
Which one reception can get you 10 yards. So.
Right. Yeah.
One reception could get you -3 yards.
It could.
Good.
We're not wanting that though.
No.
We're not manifesting that.
So I will say every game that he's had at least 2 receptions in. I mean, he went 17, 57, and 9. So he was just 1 yard shy against the Eagles last week.
I think Mass Shadow's going Brett Favre plus 2 interceptions.
Is he playing tonight?
He doesn't have to. He still throws them.
You never know with the Giants. You never know.
I mean, I told you I like Daniel Jones for 1 interception. All
right, guys. I did start Wan'Dale Robinson this week, so we'll see how he does this week.
I like it.
He's a target machine. I mean, he just gets targeted a lot. They give him a lot of throws.
So I still got him to play at flex, and then the other person's got Boswell. I'm up 113 to 104. I don't think I got anything to worry about.
Well, let's talk about the league that you started, Kyle Pitts and Trey McBride. Dog move.
Actually, I think you did that on my league, didn't you?
On National Tight End Day, you started
nice.
2 tight ends.
I did notice that yesterday.
Oh, yeah. And I've been riding Kyle Pitts hard all year, haven't I?
Those were the right 2 tight ends to
So,
start.
Justin, the reason why that happened, he's sitting here freaking out because he's like, I don't have a wide receiver to put in. So I look at him like, dude, Justin
like, yeah,
and
you do.
I was like, Justin and I have done this for you already. You move your flex to wide receiver and you play a tight end and flex.
I think we have Mass Shadow's thing.
Wan'Dale over 38.5. It'll probably be 40, but
let's do it.
I'm not going to be upset about 1.5 yards.
Let's do it. Send him $5, Marlon. No, I've been super excited. So the 1 year, the fantasy league that I'm in with Justin, I bet it was my first fantasy league ever. How many years are we on to that, dude?
On mine?
It's got to be 10 plus.
Man, when did I start that?
You were living in an apartment when you started it.
Well, I know that some of the guys in it are guys from my last employer, which was I left there 6 years ago, and I was there for about 4 years. So it could be close to 10 years.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I've always done really bad in it, but this year, dude, I've got a good, solid chance. And I'm really excited about it.
I lost to Mr. Spangler this week, but I had quite a bit of players underperform.
How is Spangler's team?
He's not doing hot.
I thought he was down at the bottom.
He was, but I had Kenneth Walker that only put up 8.5. Never happens. Devontae Adams 9.4. Jaden Reed 7.5. Like the guys that have been performing for me all year just had a bad week.
Jaden Reed had a big drop too.
I have a question. I have a question for Doug. Would you rather have 4.5 receptions for Wan'Dale, which he's hit in all but 1 game this year, or the yards, the 40 yards?
It was 38.5 yards.
What are the odds on both?
Hold on. Yes, it's not even on here. Hold on. Sorry. I don't know why it's not showing on my app.
I'm just saying the bets we placed tonight could very well all hit in the first quarter. Wouldn't you like that, Sturge? Payout?
How much does it pay out so far?
Bet.
What is it?
Wow. Minus 200 on ESPN. That's some BS for the receptions.
What about the yards?
Receiving yards. You get 35 for minus 155 or 40 for minus 115.
I like the 40, but that's on you, Shadow.
Yeah, those are your odds.
35.
What do we win if we hit?
I don't know yet because I haven't deposited to
Chris. Me too.
Chris,
me too. You big sexy man.
I had $1 on there.
He said, "Give him the yards. Give him the damn yards." He said,
"Which yards? There, 35 or 40."
He said 38.5.
So go 40.
Okay, because he's hit 35 in all but 2 games.
But that 1 game he got injured in, so I wouldn't really.
The 4 reception game against Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
That with that $1 Sturge, I hit the 11
All right.
leg parlay Equinox. $1 pays out $4.20.
Oh, it's plus 850 now without the 100% boost.
40 even?
What?
He's asking. Mash Shadow said 40 even.
It's 35 or 40. It's minus 155 or minus 115.
What'd you say the payout would be if we did 20?
20 what?
$20.
Oh, I haven't done my boost yet. It's what's 170. So time or no, 190 times 2.
So plus
380.
380.
Yeah,
I like that.
Stuff.
I like that.
Give me the money.
We're gonna. Hey, this is the week we cash out, boys.
Bullshit.
Hold on, Doug. I'll go 40. Okay.
Bullshit.
We are hitting this week.
Bullshit.
Okay.
All right. Whose leg is going to lose it for us?
Justin's.
Hey.
What?
I've done better lately.
Should we add in?
No,
just for
we're
the
not
fuck's
adding.
sake. Well, just hear me
We're
out.
not adding.
The more
Hear me out
legs
for a
you
second.
add, the less likely it is.
A Daniel Jones interception. That just adds a little bit of money to it.
That would add a lot if you believe in it. I did play it straight, and you played it.
I want a quick hitter here.
That is a quick. That might be the first thing that happens.
Every interception I've called has been in the first quarter. Remember the Will Levis one? He hit it before he hit it in the first drive. He got a pick.
That's Will Levis.
That's Will fucking Levis.
I would take Daniel Jones over Will Levis.
I'd take my mom over him.
They started Will Levis over Malik Willis. They have no fucking clue what they're doing there.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones isn't much. I mean, he's better, but
he looked sharp.
He is better.
He throws picks.
So did Brett Favre. He's a Hall of Famer.
But he also runs before he throws a pick.
Well, then why don't you pick Daniel Jones rushing yards or rushing
attempts?
Yeah. Because I'm going with the safe bet of Pickens.
How many times this year has Pickens had over 60 yards? Because I don't necessarily think it's necessarily a safe bet, but he's due.
Especially if they get ahead, they might start running more.
I think he has almost every game, hasn't he?
Oh no! What? Let's look that up.
I do think that Russell likes him though, and I think Russell's going to target him.
First off, Russell doesn't like anyone. He likes throwing freaking moonshots and saying there's a receiver down there somewhere.
Only thrown 4.
Chris, that and the new quarterback actually knew how to play football. How many games has he gotten over 60? Anybody look? Is it that hard?
I'm pulling it up.
I'll do that in about 4 seconds.
Hey, Doug. The Steelers have also intercepted every quarterback they faced, except for Flacco and Justin Herbert.
All right. So last week he did 111. I already found it, dude. It's all good. He's only went over 60 yards twice.
He'll be fine.
I was just saying. But Russ's first week in, he went for 111.
That's just $5.
Yeah, but we're out how much? Russell sucks. I mean, he didn't suck last week. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of him, but I wouldn't say he sucks. That's welcome in, Matty Finn. I've never noticed you in here before. It's good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see your face.
So 3 games.
That's a strong comment. Russell sucks. I wonder, are you either Justin Fields fan or maybe
Maddie? I will agree with you. I'm not a Russell Wilson fan, but we're saying he's going to get George Pickens the ball.
Yeah, and he does. I mean, he's had a good career. I mean, it wasn't his fault he played at Denver.
Oh crap! I forgot to use the code.
You know, it wasn't his fault.
Looks like you need to make a $2 deposit.
Jay Smells, thoughts on my team. What will work on love? What to work on love? Okay, I see what you're saying here. He says, so we got a new guy, Jay Smells here. Thoughts on my team and what he would, what we would do. Love, Neighbors, Metcalf, Olave, Puka, what is that? BTJ, Devontae, McBride, Pitts, Hall, Chain, Pollard, Brooks. I feel I need a running back.
I don't feel like you do. Breece Hall has been hit or miss because that offense has been
Pollard
going through
decent this week.
He that's what I'm getting to. He's getting to his stride because they're starting to pass the ball. They're starting to open up the run game. He's been catching freaking Surge hit on this last week. He's been catching so much out of the backfield. He's never going to be irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Hall's going to carry the workload for your running group. A Chain and Pollard can weather the storm.
Plus, you got Brooks.
Brooks will be coming back.
We don't know what Brooks is yet, though. He's never played a snap in the league.
No, I'm not saying that he
optimistic.
has. It's definitely an optimistic thing, but I think as far as I say, you sit on that team, man.
I mean, I could see where they'd be concerned just because to this point, I mean,
Well-
you had Puka out until this past week, which he did well. You have Metcalf, who was out this week with an injury. BTJ,
Jordan Love as a quarterback. Who's your backup quarterback? Out of curiosity,
I will throw
BTJ
this one out
looked
there.
like he got hurt.
Tell me if you guys like it or hate it with Andy Dalton not playing because of his finger from the car wreck. I would literally think of trading Deontay Johnson and maybe Pollard and see if you can get a top tier running back out of the two.
Andy might be back next week.
But either way, look at his other receivers. He's not playing Deontay over Puka, Metcalf, Neighbors. His other receivers are too good.
yeah.
I would see if I could pair Deontay and Pollard up and get a top tier running back, maybe like a Kenneth Walker.
That'd be a good trade too. That definitely beef up his team. I'm just curious who he's got on the backup quarterback side because Love. I mean, I still think he's probably day by day.
Yeah.
I didn't like what I saw first couple. You could tell the first couple plays. Love was grabbing that groin. He was limping, and
If you
they
do
should
not,
have pulled him.
if you do not have another quarterback, I would really watch Malik Willis.
Yeah, I think if you could pick up Malik and set him on your bench just in case
Go pick up Bo
Love
Nix.
goes down, or Bo Nix. But Bo Nix
If
had
Bo's
one good
not
game.
on everyone's team already, or on a team in the league just sitting on a bench, people are wrong. He's steadily gotten better throughout the year.
My point is, you just want with Malik. I just think you could use him if Love goes down. He has Stroud.
Well, Darnold might not be a bad pickup because the chatter is that TJ Hawkinson's going to be back this week too.
I mean, I
think
think he's already
Stroud's
playing
good.
well without him.
They are, but that just gives them another.
Didn't he just
touchdown
have a rough
target.
game,
Who?
Darnold?
He did, but it was against the Lions,
I like
Not-
Stroud though.
Was that who they played this week? Was the
wasn't it?
Vikings?
I don't know.
I don't know why I feel like I'm like out of
I
touch
thought it
with what
was.
happened this week.
I could be wrong.
That wouldn't
I'm
surprise
looking.
me if he was.
They played the Titans. The Titans played the Lions. The Vikings. They played Thursday night, didn't they? The Vikings played Thursday.
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, they were our primetime game Thursday.
Oh no, they
and
played
lost
last
to
week.
Rams.
Okay, never mind. They lost last week. So either way, they had two tough games in a row. It was the Lions and the Rams. The Rams are actually doing a lot better.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he put up 240 and 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's not a bad game. It's just not overwhelming.
I mean, you're going to take it fantasy wise as your second quarterback.
Yeah. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? The Broncos are 5-3 now. Do you think we're for real, or you think we're pretenders?
I mean, I don't think he played a great team yesterday, but I like what I saw on the field. I mean, you're still playing an NFL team, like I told you yesterday.
Right.
You're still playing against dudes that are really, really good. Maybe not as a group, but a lot of individual two cornerbacks that are really decent. And you still have to throw the ball and connect. And what I saw out of Bo Nix is growth. I still don't understand how Javonte doesn't get how he's not getting yards, dude.
Because they stopped running the ball. Like,
But he only
Literally.
had like 15 rushes for like 40 yards at one point. And I was like, what is going on?
And
I'd love to see that run game, but I think they're on the right path.
they're on the right path, Justin. You guys barely lost to the Seahawks. You got scraped through with the Steelers. It was a 13-6 game. You guys beat a very good team in the Buccaneers, beat a great defense in the Jets, dominated the Raiders as teams should.
Yeah.
You guys got beat by the Chargers that are a good football team.
They didn't get whooped though.
No, They didn't get
That was
whooped
the
in
game we lost Pat Sertan, and we moved to zone defense too.
But
Right.
you have to understand,
But it
though,
was
it's still a
7
loss.
It was a 7-point game. You guys smacked the Saints.
I mean, we could say, like, if the Packers would have lost yesterday, well, J Love went down. Well, it doesn't matter. You got players to get on the field to do stuff.
The next 3 games are going to make or break you guys.
For
I think
sure.
injuries really break the Broncos right now. I don't think they have enough depth.
Well, what I'm saying is they play the Ravens, Chiefs, and Falcons.
Yeah.
If they can come out of that with 2 wins,
And
they're for real.
And not get injured.
If
I think
they come out with
I
2.
think they're they don't have a lot of depth. I'm going to say it again. I know I just said it, but what do you think, Justin?
I'm cautiously optimistic. I didn't really come in with expectations this year because I mean, I feel like I've had expectations the last couple of years and I've just been let down. I mean, when we traded for Russell Wilson, I was like, all right, that's it. That's what we need to make the playoffs.
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
we didn't even get close.
Justin, that payout's a lot better than what we were thinking. I thought you were saying it was plus 190.
I did. And Bice told you I had
What are we looking at here?
$360 payout.
He said that already.
No, when he said plus 190, I thought he meant like the odds were only plus 190.
All I cared about was how much money we got back.
It's plus
I
1700.
don't give a fuck about the other
I
stuff.
love it.
So no, I think you guys are on the right track. I mean, you're 5-3. You're winning.
And I mean, I
That's
think
what you want.
I think you can tell game to game that Bo is showing growth. I mean, I think like yesterday, I mean, I know we didn't play a great defense, but I think the way that he performed, like you said, I mean, still against NFL players,
Right.
and he still made some of those throws look easy, and we moved the ball with ease.
And when you look at that division and you think to yourself, what do you have to do to make the playoffs? You're not trying to get, I wouldn't think like first place in your division necessarily.
We're second right now at 5-3.
Right. You guys are 5-3. We got the Chiefs up top at 7-0. But if you can just do a little bit better than the Chargers and anyone will do better than the Raiders, I think you're gonna make the playoffs. So you'll get to the wild card if you can just win a couple more games, not lose. You get what I'm saying. They're not gonna try to be number one in the division. That's not gonna happen.
I mean, I was thinking about. I think we might get some help from maybe a weaker AFC conference this year. I mean, I was trying to think through all of the teams in the AFC. You got the AFC East with the Patriots who suck, the Jets who suck,
Dolphins who suck.
The
The Bills are
Dolphins.
6-2, crushing that division.
right?
Well, and Justin, your statement earlier, and Anthony hit on it. He's not rostered very much. I don't understand how Bo Nix is only rostered in 36.7% of
agree.
leagues. He is the number 14th ranked quarterback.
I told you guys in the beginning of the year, I thought he'd start off slow, but I thought he'd be as he would get smarter and he would learn.
Yep.
That's the one thing I said when he came out of the draft, and you weren't happy about Justin. I said this was a great pick. I said he's super smart.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what you want. You want that. And he has a good quality arm. He has legs to move. He has the ability to play football. But when you look at the AFC, the Bengals aren't doing so hot. Browns aren't doing hot. Colts aren't doing hot. Jags aren't doing hot. Titans aren't doing hot. The Broncos don't have to go 10-6, really.
Right.
They gotta go 500 or a little better, and they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep.
So if I'm a Denver fan, I'm not worried right now, and I liked what I saw on Sunday.
Yeah.
When it comes to, we'll talk about Green Bay for a minute. When it comes to Green Bay, I think we're sitting in the hardest conference in football right now.
And we're still scraping wins.
You got the Lions 6-1. You got the Vikings 5-2, Bears 4-3. Who would ever thought the Bears would be there? If you're a Bears fan right now, you're not nervous really. You have confidence, right? You're 4-3. Just takes a little bit more to get up there. But the Packers 6-2. I'm loving what I'm seeing there.
So we do a pick 'em for fun at work where we just pick like who we think's gonna win each week, and I pick the Packers every week.
Yeah,
because I believe in you guys this year. I mean, I believed in you guys last year once Love showed what he could do.
Yeah,
and I think honestly, an underrated part of your guys' team is your defense.
I don't think it's underrated at all.
I think
who talks about it.
I agree with Justin.
Who talks about it?
We have the two best safeties in football right now.
We have the best secondary in football.
Yeah,
I agree.
We have a great line.
and I actually saw a poll earlier today, and it was from one of the NFL accounts, and they put on there, what do you think will hold the Packers back from a Super Bowl? I'm interested to think what you guys think are
The
weaknesses
Lions.
right now. No, just
On the team?
on the team.
Oh,
I already know my answer.
We don't have a true number one receiver. That's my answer.
I don't think that holds us back because we have
I
a
do.
bunch of
You
guys
asked
that
me what
can-
I thought. I'm saying that's my thought, is we don't have a true number one receiver.
Justin?
I'm trying to think of parts in your team that's been inconsistent. I mean, I feel like one of the inconsistent parts has maybe been the run game. Like, I feel like there's games where Josh Jacobs just like rolls over people.
He's one of the best backs in the league right
The
now.
Packers actually have the best rushing duo in football.
Duo. Who else is?
They have like three. They actually have like three dudes.
Like when you say best duo, like who's putting up yards though? Like
Williams.
it's notable.
Isn't it Williams?
I think it's Wilson.
Wilson.
The stats came up the last 2 weeks, and they have the best 1-2 punch in football right now.
I mean, I would agree with Doug that the Lions probably have a better 1-2 running back field.
Well, that's what I said first. But he was asking as a team what's stopping us, and I would say the receiving crew.
I would say.
But what do I think stops the Packers from getting into the to the Super Bowl? It's going to be the Lions. They did it 2 years ago. We went to the game at Lambeau Field. All we have to do with Aaron Rodgers, it's his last season there, is beat the Lions. You're in the playoffs. They couldn't do it. They could not do it. It's
right, no, hold on, I got a different answer.
Fucking sickening.
So isn't your guys are you guys one of the weaker run defenses?
Yes.
Well, we were.
Absolutely.
We were.
What do you mean we were? We've been all season.
They stepped it up the past 3 weeks.
Against who? Is it because you played weaker running backs, weaker offensive lines, or you actually have played good lines and running backs and just played better?
The past few weeks, it's been our rush or pass rush. That's been mediocre.
I mean, we gave up. We didn't really do well against the run against Jags.
They don't even have they don't have a strong running game either.
Tank Bigsby's been going off since he got started.
But you said the last 3
He's
weeks,
good.
so I'm going to go off of what you just said. We got fucking absolutely destroyed by Joe Mixon. So there's 2
He's a
weeks.
monster.
I don't know what you're thinking there, but I completely disagree with you. We have gotten absolutely annihilated.
So that's my answer.
With the run games.
Your run defense would be the biggest thing to hold you guys back, which I think is where the Lions could hurt you probably the most.
We did shut down the run game against the Cardinals, but they didn't have a run game that week.
Well, anytime you shut down Connor or Murray, it's good.
They didn't either. I don't think I just seen it. I didn't even recognize the names that were on there that week.
The Cardinals?
Yeah. We shut them down.
There's been one game in the last 7 games that we've really stopped the run. I mean, against the Rams, Williams put up 102 and a touchdown. Corum put up 25. I mean, I think Justin's got a point there. The last 3 games have been atrocious stopping the run.
And I think as far as the receivers go, I don't think not having a number one is a problem. I think you guys have a bunch of great receivers that could all go off any day. I mean, Jaden Reed is great. Romeo Dobbs is great. I think Dontavian Wicks, if he could just catch the freaking ball.
We have a love-hate relationship with Wicks.
Oh, yeah.
Because he finds ways to get wide open.
And drops plenty of
drops
balls.
the ball.
Yeah.
But then he'll make such a spectacular catch. We're like, yes, Wicks!
When I say number one, I don't think that the Packers have it. They don't have. There's always a number one on a team. And you got to have it to help open up the game for other players.
To have that guy that's going to draw the attention.
100%. And really, we're not seeing a lot from, the guy that we thought was going to be the
Christian
guy.
Watson?
Right.
I didn't even say his name.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like he's been inconsistent.
But he's made
with injuries some.
Well, they try to play him, 10-yard slants, and that's not him. He's a deep ball threat guy. And Dylan will tell you, when he's getting thrown deep downfield, he's normally catching the ball.
Yeah.
But it's just not happening a lot.
Which I wonder if Jordan Love's injuries has kind of hindered that connection.
Maybe.
Because they haven't really got to practice a lot together either.
I'm going to bet $20 that the Packers and Broncos go to the Super Bowl. I wonder how much that'd pay out.
A lot, because I can tell you the Broncos odds are probably shite.
I know. I know, but it'd just be funny to do it.
I just think our pressure on the quarterback's going to end up biting us. Other than week 3 against the Titans that are shit. The most sacks we've had in a game is 4, and that was against Houston. We had 8 against Tennessee, but we know they're a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
it's normally 1 or 2 or 0, and against a team that can throw the ball to their running backs included, like the Lions, that'll tear us apart.
Well, that's how you beat the blitz.
But we're not getting to them.
Right. Yep.
But when it comes to passing, I mean, people are scared to pass against the Packers.
They are, which is why I think running backs are heavily involved against us, because no one wants to throw against that secondary.
I mean, they are. They're just not doing well.
Yeah.
I normally fade receivers against the Packers in fantasy and in betting.
When was the last time we placed a bet on a receiver against the Packers? I don't think we have we?
No, I don't believe so. I think I might have done a touchdown one week for one. I just don't remember who.
I don't remember either. We tend to shy away from that.
It was the Rams. It was the week of the Ram. We played the Rams. I made a bet for one of the Puka maybe or Cup or somebody to get a touchdown, and they didn't.
I would have to go back.
But what are our 2 losses this year? It's the Cardinals, right?
Week 1 against the Eagles.
Eagles, yeah. And who was our second one? Sit here trying to think about it. What's even crazier, Justin? You guys are 5-3. You've only lost one more than us.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, like Dylan was said, we've had close games. I mean, we should have won the game against the Steelers. Our offense just couldn't get going. I mean, our defense did the job, and then the Chargers, our defense didn't really hold them to as many points as we had in the past. I think that was due to the zone defense, and Herbert just picked us apart. And then we couldn't stop Dobbins. I mean, that was a painful game to watch. I actually think I turned that one off because we kept turning the ball over.
We lost a heartbreaker to the Vikings.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
31-29.
I mean, the Vikings have been hot at times. Like, they're not a bad team this year.
They're really good.
Division in general. Like, I think the Bears are probably the worst team in that division.
So, I know this is a lot of people hate this question because hindsight's 2020. You can go back to the Bears when they took Mitchell Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes. Do you think they're regretting taking Caleb Williams over Jaden Daniels?
No, because he's showing flashes. I think he has the opportunity to be good. It's just the fucking Bears. Nobody was good with the Bears.
Right.
I don't know how many times I can say that week in and week out. There's never a successful quarterback in fucking Chicago.
And they were missing a lot of pieces, I mean, before the offseason. So that they tried to do a mass overhaul, but I mean, it's hard. I mean, the offensive line was one of the worst in football last year. So they tried to kind of make that a bit better, but I mean, you got the draft and limited salary. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And then they brought in they had DJ Moore. They brought in Keenan Allen. They drafted, I can't think of the guy's name right now.
So
Odunze.
Yeah.
I mean, they got weapons. I don't think they're great at running back. I don't think Swift is it.
I don't either.
Would they have been better off using that top pick to trade back, get offensive line, and keep Justin Fields?
We'll never know.
It's questions
I think
like
that. Time, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're 2 different quarterbacks too, and I think when you go back to that Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams question, it's not just a matter of who looks like the better quarterback. I mean, you always have scheme and like how they fit into the offense. I mean, what's to say that Jaden wouldn't have came to Chicago and looked like utter dog crap? I mean, you don't.
He would have, just like every other quarterback.
It's OC in the scheme that they play their quarterback strengths, and I think
Chicago's the worst fucking team in the land.
I think Kingsbury's doing a great job with Jaden Daniels and putting him in his strengths in Washington, and I think that's why they're succeeding.
I can't wait to get my shirt when I lose enough weight and I can put it on. It says "Fuck the Bears."
Dude, I can't wait.
You have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because
2X.
You did hit it on some good points there, Justin. Jaden was put in a right scheme there. He's taken Washington. That was a 4-13 team last year, and now they look like threats.
Yeah.
What is their record? 5-3?
5-2 or 5-3, right?
Yeah, one of the two.
Unless they had a bye already.
I can't believe that win they got last night. All right, so it's 6:56. I don't want to be on here too late tonight, so I say be done by 7. Is there anything else you guys want to add to tonight before we hop off here and call it a night?
Who do you think's the worst team in football right now? Do we all think the Panthers are probably the number one?
They're 6-2.
Other than the Panthers, who's the worst team in football, in your opinion?
Oh, man.
I'm looking here.
I'm gonna say
I'd go with the Titans.
Oh, that is a good answer. I forgot about them because
I say either the Giants or the Panthers. Either one of those are.
Megan
like,
says the Saints.
Saints are not the worst team in the
No,
league.
the Saints.
The Saints are good if they have a healthy quarterback.
Yeah, they've just
Right.
been without a quarterback for the past 2.5 weeks.
And no Olave and no Rashid Shaheed. I mean, what is?
And I don't believe in Daniel Jones, so I think Giants or Panthers.
The biggest disappointment, Jets.
Yeah, I could say that's true. Biggest surprise.
The Jags are pretty bad too.
Biggest surprise this year.
Surprise.
Washington.
I mean, other than Washington, Dylan. I mean, Washington. I feel like this is the obvious answer.
Oh, never mind then.
Oh, was that your pick?
No. Broncos, man.
Broncos. I mean,
Broncos are mine.
See that.
I do. I do. I don't think a lot of people believed in them this year.
So I can tell you that I did put money on the Broncos wins because I thought the line was stupid low. Honestly, the line was at 5.5.
Really?
Yeah, and it was plus 100 at 5.5.
Hey,
I put $100 on that.
Yeah.
And I put 200 on the Broncos at 4.5, which just cashed out today.
Mass Shadow said surprise Vikings. That's a good one too.
Yeah, the Vikings is a good answer.
So we got a couple more minutes here. 2 more minutes. I wanted to do one. Just each of us say one person somebody could pick up. Sleepers. I'm going to go Sean Tucker, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm going to throw Tillman out there. He's not rostered in a lot of leagues.
And the reason, I think Sean Tucker, there's just a lot of injuries and stuff over there. So I think he's just a good pick.
I'm going to go with Bo Nix. We already talked about it.
Yep.
They have some great matchups against passing defenses coming up. I mean, the Ravens give up some of the most receiving yards, and the Chiefs, are heavy on the run. So I think he's going to have to pass it a lot, and I think that he's growing. So I think he could be a guy that can look good on your team.
Yeah, so we have someone that wants Chris Sammons wants us to go over our bets tonight. So I did a bet. Let me pull it up here, and we can all go through what kind of bets we have on tonight.
That shouldn't take too long.
No.
That'll be quick.
So I did one personal bet. I went George Pickens anytime touchdown, Daniel Jones interception over 0.5, Russell Wilson 200 plus passing yards, and money line on Pittsburgh Steelers. Next,
I did Daniel Jones interception straight up. I did a booster build that was Najee 50 yards rushing, Neighbors 50 yards receiving, and Pickens 50 yards receiving, which was like plus a little over plus 200. And then our lotto, if you save our lotto for the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin got talking about the Equinox, and I still had $1 bet on DraftKings. So I decided, why not? Let's do the plus 105%. Let's throw together an Equinox thing on here. It's kind of long, but we got Kyrie Irving, 20 plus points. Devin Booker, 25 points. DeMar DeRozan, 20 points. Justin, you know hockey, right?
A little bit.
You might be able to correct me on some of these names. Alex P. Gerlongo, 2 plus shots.
BGK.
Elias Peterson, 2 plus shots.
Over?
Yes.
He's usually an under guy, just a heads up.
Russell Wilson, 200 plus passing. Daniel Jones, 175 passing. Pat Freiermuth, 25 receiving. Freddie Freeman, Aaron Judge, and Shohei Ohtani hits. Plus 22,000 odds.
That's crazy.
Right.
Probably off of that one hockey play.
I did do one real quick. That was kind of a negative correlation with Devin Singletary and Tyron Tracy, just because I'm trying to play off the books favoring Singletary still. I took Devin Singletary. Actually, let me pull up my other book because I played it on Bet365 for like plus 4,000 odds. I have Tyron Tracy, 25 receiving yards, Tyron Tracy, 25 rushing yards, Devin Singletary under 41.5 rushing and receiving yards, Tyron Tracy over 1.5 receptions, Singletary under 1.5 receptions, and then Singletary under 8.5 rushing attempts. And that's a plus 4,500.
I like that bet.
So 370 pays out $170 to me.
That's a good one.
Nice.
All right, Justin, you want to do our bet for tonight?
Yeah, so the bet we took, and we used the ESPN Monday Night Football 100% boost like we always do. We did George Pickens 60 yards, George Pickens touchdown, Tyron Tracy, 10 yards receiving, and 40 yards receiving for Wandale Robinson. That's a plus 1,700 with the 100% boost. And we did 20, which pays out 360 because we played together.
We'll take that.
So that's what we got, guys. I will, if we remember someone, we can put our bets on the Cheesy Ponies page. If anybody, and you can always go like, we have a thing on what's the one that I always use? DraftKings. You can go on there and follow us on there too. Just look up Cheesy Ponies page or whatever. So,
well, Sturge, we didn't hit on it. You want to hit on the auction real quick?
Yeah. I don't know if everyone listened to this. No, we have some, but there was an auction that we started the night for us. Still, we raised about $5,000 for hurricane victims at an auction this past weekend with John Bentz at his place with a bunch of other good people. We did not get the still auctioned off, so American Whiskey has done a silent auction. You can go to our page to look at the pictures and read the description. It did go live tonight and will go in tomorrow at 6.
Yep.
John Bentz and Frayed Knots will be on with us towards the end. It is a great still, Jason. It's a beautiful craftsmanship piece of art, and I just hope we can get this thing sold. It's absolutely worth over $500, up to probably $1,200. We had a lot of great donations, John. It was a great time. Some people ask me where John's been or where Dylan was. He always travels with us. He had to work, so shit happens. So Peanut and I had to take over the realms, and we got it done. So we're hoping that we can get this sold. So share the fuck out of it. That's what we need done.
And I wish I wasn't at work that day.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And everyone message American Whiskey. So if you are having an issue messaging us, message John or Dylan or myself or Doug or Peanut, and we will get your bid in. Again, guys, yeah, Jason, you got to work on that camera skill, bro. Nah, it was an awesome time. I can't thank everyone that was included, the donations to everything. If anyone, has any questions about the still, let me know. I can get those questions answered. If not, go on there and share it. We'd appreciate it. As always, I'm Big Sturge.
I'm Justice League.
And I'm Justin.
100% white meat. And we are Cheesy Ponies. Good night, everybody.